Welcome back to my channel, guys. So as you can tell from the title, in this video I'm going to be trying out items from Fenty Beauty. I am so excited about this makeup launch. I can't even tell you. And in the beginning, I didn't care. I wasn't excited about this at all, as in at all. But then the launch party happened. Every picture I saw, with every swatch I saw, and I was going, oh my god, I need that. I need that. Wait, is that gold? Is that green? What is that? I need that. I need that. I just got my hands on some Fenty Beauty, I think a couple of hours ago. And in this video, I'm going to be trying them out for you. So the first product I'm using is the Pro Filter Primer. This primer feels more like a moisturizer than a primer. It doesn't have that silicone thing and it smells kind of sweet. I'm going to go in first with the Highlight matchsticks. This came in a trio. These are really cute and they're magnetic too, so they kind of stick to each other. So I'm applying that to the center of my face to highlight my face, and I wanted to apply it straight onto my skin before foundation so I could really get a feel of how much it covers imperfections on its own, and it did a pretty good job of covering. The sticks are also kind of small to me. I thought they were going to be bigger than they really are. They look a little more like giant lipsticks than stick foundations in my opinion. They're just a little bit small. So now I've just started blending out the highlight and I'm using the Precision sponge to do that. It's damp here. It's very soft. They did say to use it dry if you wanted fuller coverage. I didn't realize at the time. So I have two foundation shades, the 450 and the 460. I first went in with the 460, which I think is a pretty decent match, though it looks like it might be a tad too dark. Yeah, this is a bit dark. I'm going to switch to the 450. I'm actually going to switch to the 450. So I'll just do a bit of 450 over this. The foundation has a very liquid consistency, so it's like, can you see it rolling down my hand? It's really, really lightweight. Yeah, but I think it's doing a pretty decent job of covering my spots and imperfections. There are a couple of brushes in this collection and they did recommend that you apply the foundation with the brush and then just blend with the sponge. But the brushes to me were not spectacular. I thought that they were easily skippable, so I skipped them. I can definitely make these two shades work. The foundation does look like it might be a little bit dark on me, but I can definitely make this work. And I like that those sponges, I like that it works like the Beauty Blender, but it's a totally different shape. So it kind of justifies me buying another Beauty Blender. 450 is looking like it's a better match for me. I like this. I like that it's covered pretty much all my dark spots and discolorations and everything, but it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like I have a ton of makeup on. Now I'm going to contour with the Match Stix in Espresso. This is the darkest shade. I wish there was a shade darker than this. Well, I can already tell you the Beauty Blender works well. It works really, really good, and I believe it's a little bit cheaper than the original. I think this is it $16? I think it is, while the original is 20 or 20 something. Not bad at all. Hey, Rihanna. Next up, I'm going to go with the Shimmery Stick. This is the Shimmery Stick in Sinamon. I don't usually do this, okay? I have acne prone skin, so I almost always have some volcanoes erupting on my cheeks. So I almost never do a shimmer highlight, but today, for you, I will. So, here goes. Blended really well into the foundation, really well. Stay really at the tops of my cheek, really not too low, because yeah, we have acne down there. And the last thing you want is shimmer on acne, trust me. foundation, the highlight, the contour, everything is kind of in and blended. This is what it looks like. It looks really good. It looks very skin-like. So I'm going to go away and set all of this, and then I'll come back for the highlighter. Okay guys, so I went away to set my face and I just used all the regular powders that I've normally used. And now I'm going to try the last product that I haven't used yet. It's one that I was super excited to get, even though I wasn't sure how it would quite work out. And now that I've seen it, I'm even more worried as to how it's going to work out. But it's so beautiful. And this is the highlighter, and it's like a real gold, like a curry kind of gold. Wow. okay, wow. It's very shiny and very gold. On my face, I am pretty scared, okay, about this highlighter. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's very gold, it's very shiny, and I am generally a very shy person when it comes to highlighter. I'm a barely there kind of person. Okay, enough warning. Oh my god. The kind of shade that I would use for a highlight on a good day, I have to say, it's not. It really isn't. It's very shiny, very sparkly, and almost green. I definitely preferred the stick highlight to this one. The stick highlight to me is more wearable, it's more everyday, it's more pretty than this. This is really dramatic to me. This will probably end up in my kit. I'll just use it sparingly, and then I will. Guys, if you know how little I'm using, how little. It's very pigmented, very shiny. It's just not really the kind of color, I guess, you would normally use. Oh my god. Are you seeing this? I'm actually going to go over it with a more subtle highlighter, and this is the Sublime powder from Black Up. I'm hoping it's going to help me pull down. Here it is. On the eyes, you know what? Hold up. I'm just going to go and pop a little bit of this on my eyelid because it's going to look bomb on my eyes. Bomb.com. And that's the full look. Very soft and a ton of shimmer and a ton of highlighter. I don't think I've ever worn this much highlighter before. That's it. It's my first time trying on Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. Final thoughts. I really like the way the whole look has turned out, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it wears in time. So my favorite product in this entire collection would have to be the foundations, and I think it's actually one of the things I was most excited about purchasing in the first place. They worked really well. They were described as a medium cover foundation, and I think that's exactly what they are. Easily buildable to full, however, so I applied like a light coat all over my face, and then I did a second coat around my cheeks where I have more dark spots, and it easily built up to full coverage. However, I like that even though you get full coverage with it, it doesn't feel like you're wearing a ton of makeup. It doesn't feel like, you know how some foundations will cover, but you can feel like there's something you're wearing something. These didn't feel like that at all, so I'm really excited about these. I will watch them more probably for the rest of the week and see, but if I feel about them at the end of the week the way I feel about them now, I will probably get a bunch of these for my kit as well. I like them that much. The foundation at first I thought was a bit too dark for me, but after highlighting and contouring and setting, I think this is actually an amazing match for me, considering that I wasn't there in person. The foundation range includes 40 shades, guys. 40 shades, and I'm not the darkest. I'm actually not too close to the darkest. The shade I'm wearing today is 450. There's a 460, a 70, an 80, and a 90, okay? There are 4 more shades after me. 4 more shades after me. In terms of including darker skin tones, I think she definitely did that. She set out to do it, and she did a great job at it. I mean, I think she has everyone in there from fairer than Nicole Kidman to Alec Weck. We're all in there. We're all in there. Okay, we're all in there. So next up is the Match Stix. I really like these, and I applied them first, like I applied them before my foundation, because I really wanted to see how they worked on their own, like how well they were able to cover imperfections on their own. A pretty good job of covering and lightening my face. I don't think they did as much in covering as the foundations did, funny enough. Yeah, so the Match Stix I do like. However, the darkest shade, Espresso, for the contour, it did kind of contour, but it's not as dark as I would like. The foundations actually run darker than the Match Stix. So the Shimmer Match Stick, however, this one I really like. I think the fact that it's a cream has a lot to do with that. So the shimmery Match Stix I really like. The other two worked well, but I mean, I don't have to have them. I probably wouldn't repurchase them, like I said. Primer, I mean, the foundation came on really nice, blended really nicely. The primer may have something to do with that, but I just used it today for the first time, so I can't possibly tell you that. The Beauty Blender is very soft. It's really small when you first get it. In fact, when you open the box and you see it, you will probably be a little bit shocked. It's pretty small, but then you wet it and it doubles in size. It also gets softer and smoother. It's a really good beauty blender. I have no complaints about it. It does have a peculiar shape. It's like half of the blender was slopped off. So you have this flat side right here, there's this rounded bit, the bottom is round, and there's another angle up top. I'm not sure what that angle up top was for, but I was able to kind of still use it to blend under my eyes and all of that. I didn't have any problems with it. But I did notice that my hands got really dirty, and I don't know if that has anything to do with the sponge per se or how it holds products or anything, but I will use it with other foundations that I kind of already know how many pumps I need to cover my full face, and then I'll be able to tell you if it holds more product than usual, etc. And then finally there is the Killawatt in Tropy Wife. Tropy Wife is what I'm wearing on my eyes right now, so you can actually see what the shade looks like. This has more of a curry, almost green yellow shade to it, so as a highlighter on my skin it did look pretty weird. So this on its own did not work for me. The shade is pretty to look at, and it's very different from anything that I have or most of the things that I've seen, which is why I bought it, but wearing on an everyday, this won't work for me. If you were one who layered your highlights and you wanted a really popping highlight, then yes, I think you could definitely include this in your cocktail, maybe in between two others or on top of another one. But everyday woman just trying to be on fleek, I think this is a bit much on its own. It's a bit much on its own. It's a bit off on its own, but there might be a skin tone where this would actually, you know, be pretty and flattering, but I'm not that skin tone, okay? It's definitely not my skin tone. I had to apply another more subtle, more brown highlight on top of it to make it look like this. On its own, it was just a bit too much for me. Even though it's growing on me, guys, it doesn't look as crazy now. Gosh, I'm wearing so much highlighter. I feel like Ronke Raji. I'm really still happy with this product line. And I need to mention also that this foundation actually has 32 ml in it, which is more than your average foundation. Your average foundation would have 30 ml or sometimes a little bit less. So Riri gave us 32, guys. That's pretty amazing. And I also like that the product line is quite affordable. It's not budget, it's not drugstore, but it's not luxury, and I really like that. I like that she made it a little more accessible. The foundations retail for $30-something, which is pretty much the price of a MAC foundation. For the quality that I've seen from these foundations today, I am really impressed. I hope they wear well, because it's supposed to be long wearing and matte, so I hope it wears well and I hope it stays matte for a long time. I will try to put out a detailed review at the end of the week. What I'll try and do is wear this religiously pretty much for the whole week. So by the end, I'll definitely know how I feel about it, how long it stays matte, etc, etc. I'll try and do detailed reviews on everything as well. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're planning to buy some Fenty Beauty, I hope this video helped you maybe pick a shade or maybe not pick a shade. If you're planning on getting anything from Fenty Beauty or you already have something from Fenty Beauty, let me know in the comments below what you have, what you're planning to buy, and what you think about them. Until my next video, see you later. So this is the end of the video. It's the point where I look you straight in the eye and ask you, have you subscribed to this channel? No? Why not? Hit the button below. Don't dull. Hit the button below. Encourage your sister. Help my ministry.